Welcome to Module 4 of the POLR training series. You've built your automation architecture with the AID framework in Module 3. Now we implement the React component, bulletproof contingency systems that ensure nothing falls through the cracks and your business operates flawlessly even when things go wrong. These contingency systems were absolutely critical to all three business success stories: APC's 8-figure exit valuation, AgentMate's 3.5 times exit multiple, and LHC's ability to scale systematically across markets. Let me walk you through three contingency transformations that changed everything for these businesses. Australian Paramedical College in Education had a vulnerable state where they had no backup when primary processes failed, which meant students were getting lost during system issues. Our React implementation included a multi-tier escalation system, backup LMS, and emergency contact protocols. The results were incredible: zero qualified student loss, 99.7% uptime, and complete business continuity during growth phases. AgentMate in SaaS had a vulnerable state where we had a single point of failure with me as the founder and no backup systems for platform outages. Our React implementation included automated escalation, backup hosting, and proactive monitoring systems for my team to respond in real time. The results were a 99.9% platform uptime, the business operated seamlessly during founder absence, and we maintained complete user confidence. Luke Hawkins, coaching in high ticket, had a vulnerable state where events were completely dependent on the founder's presence, and there was no backup for technical failures. Our React implementation included event contingency protocols, backup team training, and technical redundancy systems. The results were consistent event success across all markets, and the backup team successfully handled emergencies without missing a beat. The common strategy across all three was that they built multiple backup layers, automatic escalation procedures, and fail-safe mechanisms that ensured business continuity under any circumstances. Here's the reality: most coaches have single points of failure that could destroy their business overnight. So let's audit your vulnerabilities right now. For customer acquisition dependencies, ask yourself, what happens if your main lead source stops working? Who handles leads when you're unavailable? How do you track leads that don't respond immediately? What backup exists if your CRM fails? How do you prevent leads from falling through gaps? For service delivery dependencies, what happens if key team members are unavailable? How do you maintain quality during high-volume periods? What backup exists for your main delivery platform? How do you handle client emergencies outside business hours? What processes ensure consistent service regardless of staff? For technology dependencies, what happens if your website goes down? How do you back up critical business data? What alternatives exist if your main tools fail? How do you maintain operations during internet outages? What security measures protect against data loss? For financial dependencies, what happens if your main payment processor fails? How do you handle refund requests and disputes? What backup exists for critical financial records? How do you maintain cash flow during collection delays? What protects against fraudulent transactions? Now I want you to rate each critical business function on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 equals bulletproof. Think about lead generation, lead management, sales process, service delivery, payment processing, customer support, data storage, and team communication. If any function scores below 7 out of 10, you have a critical vulnerability that needs immediate attention. Here's the React framework as we implemented it across three industries. First, let's talk about automatic escalation systems with multi-business escalation models. The APC escalation system worked like this. Tier 1 from 0 to 15 minutes had an FAQ system that handled course questions and automatic enrollment confirmations. Tier 2 from 15 minutes to 2 hours had a student support specialist handle complex questions, with enrollment issues escalated to admissions. Tier 3 from 2 to 24 hours had academic issues escalated to course directors and technical problems routed to the IT specialist. The AgentMate escalation system was structured similarly. Tier 1 from 0 to 15 minutes had an AI chatbot handle 80% of common platform questions. Tier 2 from 15 minutes to 2 hours had technical issues routed to a support specialist and billing questions sent to customer success. Tier 3 from 2 to 24 hours had platform bugs escalated to the development team and cancellation requests handled by a retention specialist. The LHC escalation system followed the same pattern. Tier 1 from 0 to 15 minutes provided automated event information, booking confirmations, and basic program questions. Tier 2 from 15 minutes to 2 hours had event logistics handled by a coordinator and program questions sent to sales support. Tier 3 from 2 to 24 hours had VIP client issues go directly to Luke, and event problems escalated to the management team. Second, we implemented backup system architecture with multi-business backup strategies. The APC backup strategy used a three-tier approach. Lead management had a primary CRM plus secondary system with daily sync, plus emergency Google Sheets. Course delivery used the main LMS plus backup hosting, plus emergency video access. Payment processing used a primary processor, plus secondary gateway, plus manual payment collection procedures. The AgentMate backup strategy was equally robust. Platform hosting used primary servers, plus backup hosting, plus an emergency maintenance page. Customer data had real-time backup, plus secondary database, plus local emergency exports. Support systems used primary chat, plus backup email, plus emergency phone protocols. The LHC backup strategy covered all bases. Event management used a primary platform, plus backup registration, plus manual check-in protocols. Communication used the main email system, plus secondary platform, plus emergency SMS alerts. Content delivery used a primary platform, plus backup hosting, plus emergency access methods. Third, we set up monitoring and alert systems with comprehensive multi-business monitoring frameworks. The APC monitoring framework tracked system health, including website uptime targeting, 99.7%, LMS performance, and payment processing success. Business performance included student enrollment rates, course completion tracking, and support response times. Academic performance covered student progress monitoring, intervention trigger alerts, and completion predictions. The AgentMate monitoring framework focused on platform health, including server uptime targeting, 99.9%, API response times, and database performance. Business performance included user engagement metrics, churn prediction alerts, and trial conversion tracking. Product performance covered feature usage analytics, customer success milestones, and support ticket trends. The LHC monitoring framework emphasized event health, including registration system uptime, payment processing, and venue confirmations. Business performance included lead flow rates, conversion metrics, and attendance tracking. Client performance covered transformation progress, engagement levels, and success indicators. For your daily monitoring, you should check every morning: website status and loading speed, email delivery rates and spam scores, CRM system performance and data sync, payment processing and transaction success, and lead flow and conversion metrics. For weekly monitoring, you should review every Monday: overall system performance trends, team productivity and quality metrics, customer satisfaction and feedback scores, revenue pipeline and cash flow projections, and competitive analysis and market changes. For proactive problem prevention, we implemented multi-business prevention strategies, including predictive analytics. The leading indicators across industries were fascinating. APC leading indicators included declining course engagement before dropout, support ticket increase before system issues, payment processing delays before cash flow problems, and student satisfaction drops before negative reviews. AgentMate leading indicators included usage pattern changes before churn, support ticket volume spikes before platform issues, trial engagement drops before conversion failure, and feature adoption rates indicating future success or failure. LHC leading indicators included event registration patterns before attendance issues, client engagement drops before program dropout, market response changes before conversion decline, and team productivity patterns before burnout. We also implemented regular system testing following multi-business testing schedules. Monthly tests for all three businesses included backup system functionality verification, escalation procedure effectiveness testing, emergency contact protocol validation, and data recovery procedure testing. Quarterly tests for all three businesses included full system disaster recovery simulation, team cross-training effectiveness validation, client communication during crisis testing, and financial backup procedure verification. The continuous improvement protocol followed a multi-business improvement cycle. Weekly reviews for all businesses identified system performance issues, analyzed client feedback and complaints, reviewed team efficiency and bottlenecks, and updated procedures based on lessons learned. Monthly analysis for all businesses included comprehensive performance review, ROI analysis of contingency investments, competitive benchmarking, and strategic adjustment planning. Quarterly optimization for all businesses included major system upgrades and improvements, team training and skill development, technology stack evaluation and updates, and business model optimization. Now, let's track your React framework effectiveness with specific reliability metrics. For system uptime, we're targeting 99.5% plus. APC achieved 99.7%. AgentMate achieved 99.9%, and LHC achieved 99.8%. For response time compliance, we're targeting 95% plus. We also measure zero loss streak as days without losing a qualified prospect and crisis recovery time as the average hours to full operations. Prevention metrics include issues prevented per month through early warning systems, predictive accuracy as the percent of predictions that proved correct, problem resolution before impact as the percent of issues caught early, and system test success rate as the percent of backup systems that are functional when tested. Business continuity metrics include revenue protection measured in dollars, saved through contingency systems, customer satisfaction during crisis averaging a rating out of 10, team confidence level rated out of 10 in handling emergencies, and investor confidence score rated out of 10 in operational stability. Here's an unexpected benefit we discovered across all three businesses: the peace of mind factor. For APC, the peace of mind impact included better strategic decisions due to reduced operational anxiety, premium positioning that attracted higher quality students, investor confidence that increased business valuation, and a team that performed better knowing systems were reliable. For AgentMate, the peace of mind impact meant I could focus on product development versus firefighting, customer confidence increased retention and referrals, technical team productivity improved with reliable systems, and investor due diligence passed with flying colors. For LHC, the peace of mind impact allowed Luke to focus on content and strategy versus operations. Event execution became predictable and scalable, team confidence enabled delegation and growth, and client confidence increased from professional operations. Your mission for this module has 3 parts. Mission 1, complete a vulnerability assessment within 48 hours. Complete a comprehensive vulnerability audit using our framework. Identify your top 5 single points of failure across your business. Rate the current reliability of all critical functions on a 1 to 10 scale. Map dependencies and backup gaps for each system. Calculate the potential impact of each vulnerability on revenue. Mission 2, implement emergency backup within 72 hours. Implement a backup system for your highest risk function. Create an escalation procedure for your most common issues. Set up basic monitoring for your most critical systems. Test backup procedures under simulated failure conditions. Document emergency contact protocols and procedures. Mission 3, design your React framework within 1 week. Design a complete escalation matrix for all inquiry types. Create a monitoring dashboard for daily and weekly checks. Establish a regular testing and improvement schedule. Train your team on contingency procedures and protocols. Set up tracking metrics for system effectiveness measurement. You've now learned how to audit vulnerabilities and single points of failure. You understand multi-industry automatic escalation systems that prevented prospect loss. You know backup system architecture for bulletproof operations across business types. You've seen monitoring and alert systems for proactive problem prevention. You have an implementation roadmap for systematic contingency building, and you know the metrics to track reliability and business continuity. Module 5 reveals the 90-day implementation roadmap, the systematic approach to rolling out your complete POLR system and achieving transformational results like APC, AgentMate, and LHC. Your business is now bulletproof. Time to execute the complete transformation.